The Enigmatic Elemental Workshop. During the early years of the 5th Age, a new type of ore was discovered in the caverns deep beneath Seer's village. Mages and researchers flocked to the village to study the new ore, and found that the ore was able to manipulate the properties of magic. The ore had unique properties which allowed it to absorb, change, and even focus elemental energies that were used on it, and so it became known as elemental ore. A workshop was created over the cavern system for easier study of the material. Artisans and inventors were encouraged to come and use the workshop to experiment and create devices made from the ore. A metallurgist named Vitruvius, in collaboration with his apprentice, an unnamed freelance mage, came to the workshop to investigate the ore. Vitruvius was a well-known metallurgist of the land and had authored many books on the subject of metallurgy and the application of magic on metalwork. During their time in the workshop, Vitruvius documented some of the experiments they conducted. However, over time, these books became lost and scattered over the world, only to be found in more recent days. Vitruvius and his apprentice worked tirelessly in the workshop as they sought out a way to optimize the method of creating metallic bars from the impure elemental ore, which would utilize the ore's magical properties to its fullest extent. They devised a series of elaborate tests to create the metal bars, eventually creating a technique that would prime a bar, unlocking the ore's true magic potential. Their method to creating a primed bar involved the bar being exposed to the 4 base elements during its creation: fire, earth, water, and air. At some point during their time in the workshop, the apprentice tried to pull a prank on Vitruvius, which unfortunately backfired with devastating effect. He unsuccessfully attempted to animate a primed metal bar to trick Vitruvius with, but instead of animating the bar, he accidentally instilled his entire consciousness into it, leaving his body a still husk that sat in the corner of the workshop. Vitruvius named and referred to his apprentice as Idiot for this stunt in all of his future recorded documents. Vitruvius attempted to reverse the priming process of the metal bar to return the consciousness of Idiot back to his body. These attempts were unfortunately unsuccessful, although Vitruvius did discover that Idiot's mental energy was firmly bound to the bar and would not dissipate, so it would be possible to restore his apprentice through further research into the magic capabilities of the primed bars. Vitruvius first turned to the magical properties of the body, as found in the body runes of the world, to restore life back to Idiot's still shell. He created a modulated version of the original priming machine, which used clockwork machinery, but would artificially generate the body energy he sought to use. He found that his machine would only create a small amount of body energy, and that he would require a machine of unwieldy size to generate more. He created several revisions of the body machine, making it bigger each time, until eventually he had it create enough energy that he could attempt to use on Idiot's body to revive it. The body energy was only enough to revive an arm of Idiot's body, however, which flailed around violently and uncontrollably. The arm began to scratch and tear away at the rest of Idiot's body, so Vitruvius had little to no choice but to amputate the arm and store it away. With the body machine proving to be unsuccessful in reviving Idiot, Vitruvius directed his research into cosmic energy. He believed that the state-changing effects of cosmic magic in magically receptive objects could be adapted and used to change the state of inanimate objects, such as his apprentice. He created a complex cosmic energy matrix within the workshop, which consisted of pillars that contained a number of precious gemstones, which had been ground into focusing lenses. The 4 base elements again would be used here, and would pass through the pillars, generating the cosmic energy he was after. Learning from his earlier mistakes with Idiot's corpse and the body energy, Vitruvius wanted to test his cosmic energy theory on a test subject first. He created a prototype shell made of the primed elemental metal, which he tried to make human-shaped, similar to Idiot's body. The outcome wasn't close to human shape as he would have liked, but it was enough to test the energy out on. He used the cosmic energy on the prototype, which successfully animated the shell, allowing it to walk and talk, albeit a bit mindlessly. Overjoyed with his newest invention, Vitruvius called his creation Davy, which was a name inspired by something an old artist friend of his had once drawn. He and Davy set about creating a second elemental shell, but this time using the primed metal bar Idiot's consciousness was locked in. Vitruvius was ultimately successful in his endeavour and was able to use the cosmic energy to bring his apprentice back to life within the metal shell. With the assistance of his apprentice and Davy, Vitruvius went back to his studies on the elemental metals. Infused from the different results the previous magic energies had on the primed bars, he wanted to further his research by experimenting with other energies. Vitruvius, inspired by the autonomous rune guardians and golems he had heard rumours of from the east, wanted to create a machine that could program Davy with more autonomy. A machine that could harness chaos energy was devised, which could program Davi with more complex instructions, thus making it a more useful assistant. Idiot, now more used to his new metallic frame, assisted in creating programs for Davi using the Chaos Machine and helped Vitruvius adapt the machine so it could eventually expand the capabilities of Davi. However, one day when Vitruvius was out of the workshop, Idiot, not learning from his previous mistakes, started to tinker around with the Chaos Machine. It is unknown exactly what Idiot did to the Chaos Machine, but Vitruvius writes that he had entered a program that he shouldn't have, which again had led to some devastating results. Idiot had somehow managed to imbue his cosmic shell with chaos energy, of which the dire consequences would soon become apparent to them both. The Magi of the time became aware of Vitruvius' research and the new stronger elemental metals he and his assistants were creating. Fearing the new metals were becoming too strong and could be developed into dangerous weapons, the Magi closed the workshop down, sealing off all the floors of the workshop, leaving only the building on the surface, which contained some tools and anvils. Vitruvius' research notes and books were removed from the workshop and scattered across the world in an attempt to destroy all knowledge of the elemental metals and the machines in the workshop. These books have only started to surface in more recent times over different areas of the world, and access to the workshop and its secrets are starting to become known again. Although, to this date, the effects of the chaos energy and fates of Vitruvius, Davi, and Idiot remain unknown. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm enjoying creating these lore videos and I have a few more planned to make. If there's any specific lore subject that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments below and I'll certainly look into them. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye for now.